Yo, what's going on, guys? Riot here. Welcome to Godzilla Center, where we're going to be finding out one of the best mysteries about Godzilla I've always wondered. How Douglas fits into Godzilla's bloodline. Doug, that quadruped creature that eats that, crab monster crawling out of Hollow Earth. And of course, when you want to learn something Godzilla related, you go to the freaking Godzilla Center. So make sure to subscribe to this channel, leave a like, subscribe down below, and let's do it.
This skeleton you see right here has brought up many questions since it first appeared in the film Godzilla vs. Kong. And something else that captured everyone's attention was this creature.
Doug,
now,
dude!
What if we told you that both of these had something in common? That they were all part of the Godzilla genus.
What?
In the Monsterverse, we have been introduced to a few different Godzilla incarnations, relatives, and evolutionary offshoots. Let's begin with number 1, the Fetadons. These were originally referred to as scaly quadrupeds by the CG artists.
Fetadons? Are you serious? Doug has an actual name? I'm sticking with Doug, obviously. It's a good nickname. Look at these chunky little turds. Oh my god, Fetadons? Son of a bitch, my life just changed.
And were created to resemble Godzilla in some forms. How?
Whoa!
During their creation, Adam Wingard suggested that these should have the scaly properties and some facial features of the Godzilla species. These artists went as far as giving these guys a spiky back. These small spikes resemble Godzilla's dorsal plates and could have been used as a warning signal to other species, or in some cases, monarch aircraft that get too close.
Holy crap!
In the official art book, we read that these guys are basically, and we quote, offshoots of the evolutionary branch that gave birth to the Godzilla species.
Dude, in that photo, that looks like a little chunky baby Godzilla. I'm freaking in love with this creature right now. This video is already doing it so much more justice.
That's right, folks. By definition,
Whoa!
These guys could have been distant cousins or perhaps ancestors of the Godzilla specimens we know today. How big were these? By comparing the rock critters to humans, and then comparing these height proportions to this particular creature and to Kong, it's possible that these guys could grow to a whopping 90 to 100 feet in height.
Oh my god!
Although these guys don't initially look that big, we can expect these giant lizards to be capable of mass destruction.
I thought it was way smaller. I just spent $150 making one of these for Roblox for a little video I'm doing just for a content thing, and it's literally a little dick now. I gotta redo the entire thing. Oh my god.
Since they share similar corporal features as some of the larger lizards known today,
I'm offended.
We can assume that these were apt swimmers, capable of swimming at fast speeds, similar to our next kaiju, Godzilla. We're going to go over to 2 members of the Godzillas that we know of, the G-Man and this guy, Dagon, or sometimes referred to as 5146 Adam. Let's start with Dagon.
So beautiful.
Many people believe that Dagon was Godzilla's ancestor, but he really wouldn't be Godzilla's ancestor if he was around while Godzilla was alive. Let us explain. We know the G-Man was around for millions of years, but since the existence of Dagon was recorded in Phoenician records, it's clear that both of these were at some point alive at the same time. Phoenician civilization dates as far back as 1500 BC, which is only around a mere 3,500 years ago, meaning that there could have been many Godzilla specimens roaming around at some point. We will get to what happened to them later. From the descriptions we have seen from these Phoenician tablets, Dagon was probably not as large as the G-Man we know today. Note that his dorsal plates were just as similar as the G-Man's back in 2014. His posture was a bit more hunched and was greener in appearance, certainly not as built as the 2019 incarnation of Godzilla. This suggests that this was perhaps a younger Godzilla specimen. It's possible that younger specimens had a much more difficult time growing up than the more mature Godzillas. Remember that these had some dangerous opponents going around, especially these guys.
Dude, now that I think about it, a young Godzilla probably had to do like that because, oh my god, it's like a baby T-Rex just getting killed off. It's so hard, they could so rarely get to their full mega stage, otherwise they would just dominate the ecosystem. I guess they already do, but they would just eliminate.
Mutos. A pair of these could have easily brought down a younger Godzilla, but this pair is not as dangerous as a Muto Prime, equipped with all sorts of weapons to bring down a Godzilla specimen. Which is exactly what happened to Dagon.
Mutos
Watch
are
our
bitches.
video explaining this gruesome process in more detail. We can only assume that the rest of the Godzilla species that were alive in the past few millennia were wiped out by the Mutos, except one.
Damn, dude!
Now let's talk about the modern G-Man, who has seen tremendous amounts of bodily change within a span of 5 years. In the mid-1900s, the G-Man woke up to a different environment than he was used to millions of years ago. The atomic age was born. Between 2014 and 2019, the constant levels of radiation led to a much more rapid evolutionary development for the G-Man's body.
There's so much going on!
The same would have happened to Dagon, but as mentioned previously, he died before radiation levels in the surface were close to the levels in the Hollow Earth. Let's talk about these dorsals. While it is true that its battle with the Muto Prime had something to do with its dorsals changing shape, this is not the complete explanation.
What?
These dorsals would have eventually changed either way, only when the Godzilla reaches a particular point in maturity.
Oh my god.
How do we know this? Let's go back to this scene in Godzilla vs. Kong. Take a close look at this axe. This axe blade strongly resembles the G-Man's dorsals. We know this plate did not come from the G-Man, but it did come from an already mature Godzilla. This axe blade was pretty big, similar to the size of the G-Man's own dorsal plates. This means that Godzilla specimens in the Hollow Earth were capable of growing this large thanks to the Hollow Earth energy, which was as strong or even stronger than the radiation levels on the surface.
This is insane, dude. So many things suddenly make sense to me because the axe always looked like it was from like Godzilla, but it obviously didn't resemble the current Godzilla that much. It could have just been from a younger one whose spikes weren't as developed. It all makes so much sense now.
Godzilla in 2019 is the largest in the Monsterverse,
Look at those little
measuring
spikes.
393 feet in height and weighing 99,000 tons. Now, can he grow even larger? The answer is, or should be, yes.
Awesome.
Before we talk about the largest possible specimen in the Godzilla genus, let's first go over one important biological fact about this animal classification.
Holy shit.
Every animal that exists today will fall under one of these classifications. The G-Man would then classify under here, the reptiles. This is the key to understanding their growth.
Oh my god.
If you didn't know, reptiles have some of the longest lifespans in the animal kingdom. In addition to that, some reptiles, especially lizards, are known as indeterminate growers, meaning that they will continue to grow until they die. We don't know how long
That's so
Godzilla
cool.
has left, but we do know for sure that he will continue growing. But how big? Let's now talk about the next and possibly largest Gojira specimen.
He just said we don't know how much longer Godzilla has left. That immediately reminded me. You know when one of your grandparents is dying, if you guys have been through this, and then your parent, we don't know how much longer they have left. It's like the saddest words you could possibly hear. And now I'm just so bummed out. Godzilla might die. I'll probably be long dead by the time Godzilla dies. I really hope I am, dude. I better be dead by
Here
then.
we have a skull that resembles the G-Man and one that resembles Kong's. Now let's grab this skull, compare it to Kong's, and now place it on our analysis platform. Although this does not look too much like a Godzilla skull, it might only mean that this is a Godzilla relative, similar to the Fetadon, except these guys were much bigger.
Fetadon.
In the official novelization, Eileen Andrews observed these skeletons from the heave. These, in her mind, were creatures similar to the Godzilla species. She also mentions that these were similar to what was found earlier in the Philippines, referring to Dagon's skeleton. So, what is this thing? This is just a theory, but it's likely that, like the Fetadons, this is another offshoot of the evolutionary
Look at some of these
tree
freaking
that gave
things,
birth
dude.
to a perfected Godzilla species. We can tell it's a relative thanks to these canines that are discreetly present in all Gojira relatives, including the G-Man and even the Fetadons. To find out how big this animal was,
Fetadon.
we need to know or make an educated guess on the corporal shape of this creature. Given that these animals would be simply massive, it's possible that these would probably also walk on all fours, but spend the other half of their time walking on their hind legs, almost like a hybrid of both. This animal would be slow but powerful, with similar features found in both the Godzillas and Fetadons. We will make a video later on exactly how this guy could have gotten killed. Did it have atomic breath capabilities? Probably not. An animal this large with atomic ray abilities would completely destroy this place in seconds.
Woo!
But it didn't, probably because it couldn't. Whereas a smaller Godzilla managed to blast a hole right through it while being on the Earth's crust. Even without this ability, the proportions of this animal's skull could only mean that this Titan could have been the largest we have seen so far. If the G-Man ever grows this large, it would have lost its capability to move and fight as well as he does now.
I guess my question would be, if the skull's there, I never really thought of this till just now, I feel kind of stupid. Where's the rest of the damn body? Like, would it just, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just removed its head, but then they left the axe in it to walk around with it like a lollipop? I feel like that's definitely what I would do.
That said, the Godzilla species is the product of a refined evolutionary process, producing a Titan with the perfect size, weight, and abilities that make it the most powerful Titan in the Monsterverse. In review, we learned that the Fetadons, Godzilla, and these large unnamed species are all in the same family.
Incredible.
We also learned that the Godzilla species evolve over time depending on their environment and could grow to larger proportions. And finally, because there are different offshoots of this genus, it is more than likely that there are even more ancient Godzilla relatives that fill these gaps.
Has anyone else realized that the word genus is a perfect combination of... I'm not gonna say it.
Think we will ever see these guys again in a future Monsterverse film? What do you think the Godzilla species will evolve into in the future? Let us know in the comments.
Man.
Please support this channel by leaving a like and subscribing to this channel.
Woof.
You know, since almost 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet.
What is this? Are you people kidding me? What is this? How are you guys not subscribed to the Goji Center so far? What do you do with your lives? Where do you get your kaiju information from? Man, this is crazy. So many things are explained to me. I really have to go back now into Fiverr, hire another freaking modeler to make an entire another Doug now, because my entire perspective of it has completely changed from that one shot. I feel so stupid. Thank God for this channel to teach me. I almost posted that video. I look like the dumbest bitch in the world. Oh my God. Woof. That was a close one. So yeah, make sure to check out Goji Center. Link down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.